Well, hello friends, and welcome to another video, and welcome back to Petalooma, the workhorse of the family. Um, you know, yeah, Claire Loom is coming for your wig, but that's okay. You're gonna do something special for us right now. I am going to show you how I semi-direct warp my EasyWeaver loom. This is the way that they come, which is with this little strip of Velcro, which is great, and it works great for like pretty much anything that's not acrylic yarn. And because these have real metal pawls, you can get them very tight. What we are going to do, instead of using just, and I mean, you can get very tight tension with just this, straight up. What I've done is made some extra long warps that I would not normally want to rely on, Velcro for tensioning. So we're going to do some very long, skinny cotton warps so I can use Petalooma as a mug rug factory for several weeks with just a bunch of little smidgies of yarn. So I'm going to switch you off to cheerful music that you can enjoy, and all I have done is made doubled over super long lengths of thread, and I am going to loop them around here, pull them through the slots. I'm not going to do a good job warping it. I'm just going to get them through so that then I can roll up the warps, and we're going to warp it like we would a normal big old loom. We just don't have a separate warping beam, but that is not a problem, and I will show you. So just loop your doubled over threads and have them going one direction. Make sure you lock your cats out because you're going to have like a ponytail of yarn going off one side of your table for a little while until you roll it up. But then we will have a warped up set of mug rug warps. This was me making an example, but we're going to tie it on like this, which I find you can get a much more hearty tension. And as you can see, I got so much tension, I have moved the adhesive. So I will tidy that up before we begin, and then we will warp this, and it will be prepared for mug rug factory work for a month or two, or until I run out of about 10 feet of warp, which you need like almost a foot of warp for a big mug rug because you have to have ends to tie off. So maybe we'll get 8 to 10, maybe 8 to 10 mug rugs out of this one warp, which is pretty darn good for one children's loom that you don't have to work all that hard with, and does such a nice job as our EasyWeaver, which I have named Petalooma. She came from my friend Q, and I think was my first rigid head of loom. All right, let's begin. All right, so I have gone back and I've packed this down really, really tight. I'm realizing that when I work my mug rugs on the other loom, there's significantly less of a set to it, and so there's less to pull on it as I'm packing it down. So what I've done is I've gone back and retied all of these at a flat level, so now I'm getting a much more evenness, and I can pull down on all of these a little more evenly, but you can also pinch them between your fingers and push them down to pack your stitches in, because I don't want to see the warps. And in order to do that, next time I will make less of them, but I will make them double in width. So I'll do like I guess it would be every other of every other, and then it would be fine. But for this batch, this is some oak dyed, my own dyed yarn, and this is some chlorophyllin dyed yarn that I'm going to use up. But anyway, I will keep you updated as we continue to make mug rugs on this little guy. And when it is done, we will unravel it and have a look at them. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, we're at one rug. I just keep pulling these down so that they're nice and densely packed. It's going to act as a comb, basically, that's keeping everything spread out like it should be. I'm going to see what happens if I just leave this piece of wood in here when I advance the warps. It's going to get weird because this is imperfect and it's hard to warp non-flexible, non-spring yarn. If it's not springy, it's very hard to get a perfect warp on it. So we don't care because we're just going to continue scooching things down. All right, we're at the end of rug number 2. This one got a little more narrow. Don't care. As long as the sides are even, it literally doesn't matter because I'm going to cut them all apart. This one was mostly, this is lobster mushroom dye, and this as well as that. And then this is from my friend Sarah's Hollyhocks. So for this one, I think I am going to try and remove, if I haven't made it impossible. Yeah, that's not so bad. I've got a couple weird loosies back here, but I will try to fix those as we advance it forward. But in general, I think I will wait to update you until we have reached the end of the warp. I will say this, that in the next one, I will double up all the warps and do every other all the way across, so there's a little more room. I don't happen to have, do I? What did I do with that? There it is. There it is. I got it. The other loom, as you can see, there's only one. It's, how funny, it's like the exact same width. And yet it is, wow, when you tell my eye the size of a mug rug, that is the size that it makes it, regardless of how many warps are there. Fascinating. I amaze myself, even still. All right, so that's weird, but you can see that there's quite literally half as many warps on here. There's like one, yeah, it's like 2 to 3, 5 to 3 maybe. Either way, I would skip a couple warps so that it wasn't so weird, and I'd make them all double thick. And then the yarn would slide back and pack down a lot easier because there's just less to grab onto it. All right, well, I will see you at the end of these warps, and we will see how many of our hand-dyed and like scrappy yarn friends we end up with. I found all these small balls that were dyed by me that need to be used up. So we will work our way through, and this is a really nice little side project to keep at your desk or wherever. This is a fun one. It's oak gall. And yeah, it's oak gall. It's acorn caps and then iron to make it darken. Anyway, it's a nice thing to keep at your side and just keep handy to work on stuff as you go. And then you end up with a bunch of adorable mug rugs to give away at the end. I hope it's been helpful showing you how to warp this guy. And again, you don't have to worry too much about a perfect warp. as long as I use the wood so that it can't keep sliding and I can really pack it in, and then it doesn't matter because you're going to tie it off anyway. So be gentle with yourself, and I will see you at the end of the warp. All right, and here we are. We are done. And what I do so that I can like just sit and work on these in front of the TV or whatever I'm doing, I'll tie a few like on each end so you don't have it unraveling thusly, or at least if it does, it's easy to tack it back down. Obviously, I missed one over here. Anyway, these came out far denser than I wanted them to or needed them to. Magnus apparently has thoughts on the matter as well. Thank you, Kat. I'll trim these off once they're washed. I like to launder them first, but these ended up like so dense you could like patch saddle pad with it or have an airtight yurt patch. They're like so dense, like it made it much harder to do everything. So when I rewarp it, I'm going to rewarp it to where these, it's literally every other. So there will be one in there, one in this slot, and then one back in that hole. So it'll be significantly more spread out. And I think that's actually the identical set to Orlando Loom. Also, it will make it easier to roll up. But either way, we got seven rugs, mug rugs, out of just that little pile of yarn. Never ceases to amaze me. Some of them are larger than others, and that's fine because they're made out of love and scraps. You know, tie them however you like. I didn't want to do a hem stitch on these because they looked weird when I did my other one with a hem stitch. Thusly, I don't know. I don't like it having just a butt. I don't know that I like just plain white fringe either, but it's, I don't know about the butt, but I don't know about the fringe. Let me know your thoughts on butt versus fringe, because this requires me to do a whole stitch and then fold it in. Dear Lord, the cat is so upset right now. He noticed I was talking about him, so now he's shushing. Anyway, the cat obviously has thoughts on the matter, but we have finished this, and you now know that you can warp your EasyWeaver up for all sorts of little mug rugs, and you can pack them very densely. They're very stiff, much like an actual rug. They're sturdy little friends. Anyway, so that's done. And thank you for attending yet another video of chaos. And we're, you know, another 7 mug rugs deep in the season. And, you know, this is great. Everybody who's in my friend group who happens to watch my videos and support, well, get ready because you're looking at Christmas, friends. Anyway, I think they came out nice. I hand dyed all of this. I still didn't get through all my hand dyed yarn. How does it... It's witchcraft. The cat just literally jumped the gate as loudly as he could. Anyway, before my house is destroyed due to me trying to do something quietly for myself. I will see ya in the next one. And if this is your particular brand of chaos, throw me a like or subscribe, and let me know if you prefer butt or fringe as far as the ends for your mug rugs. Obviously, I'm going to trim all these, but I'm not going to wait till the end of all these, because this is going to take me forever to tie all these up. That's going to be a side project for a week's time next to me, which is good. Spread it out, but we will be here for a time. So I don't want to wait till then to finish this. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!